your 2024 Summer League World Champions! I know, it's Summer League, and guess what? I do not give a damn! We haven't won a championship in 11 years. You really think I care whether or not it's a real championship? Come on, we just won the Summer League Championship. This game was a lot better than all the games in the finals this past year. Alright? First of all, shout out to the Memphis Grizzlies though. They were tough. They were tough as hell. They got 4 guys with actual NBA experience, by the way. Scottie Pippen Jr., Trey Jemison, G.G. Jackson, and Jake LaRavia. And for the Heat, it's basically Josh Christopher, Alondas Williams, and Cole Swider. And before I talk about the finals game, Spencer Dinwiddie re-signed with the Mavericks. So Kyrie, Luka, and Spencer Dinwiddie are all in one team now. Okay, so let's talk about the game, shall we? This was a back and forth game. Oh, not really. Memphis basically was dominant for the first 3 quarters of this game. Of course, how did they get the edge though? Well, they got a lot of Heat guys in foul trouble. Mainly Pele Larson, Josh Christopher, and Isaiah Stevens. The free throw discrepancy in this game was wild. 37 attempts to 25 attempts in favor of the Memphis Grizzlies. They're just killing it, and they also killed the Heat in rebounds as well. 38 to 34. Especially offensive rebounds, 15 to 10. And then in the turnover battle, 11 to 16. Miami had 16 turnovers in this game. But how in the world did the Miami Heat won this game? Well, in the fourth quarter. But let's talk about the first 3 quarters, shall we? Like I said, Memphis was basically in the lead for most of that game. Every time the Heat tie or take a lead, they go on a run. And they were led by 3 NBA guys. Scottie Pippen Jr., 29 points, 9 of 24 shooting, but 10 of 13 from the free throw line, and 11 assists. Jake LaRavia, who just came back from an injury, 32 points, 11 of 21 shooting, 3 of 8 from downtown, 7 of 9 from the free throw line. G.G. Jackson, 28 points, 11 of 16 shooting, 3 of 4 from downtown, but 3 of 8 from the line. If he made a couple of key free throws though, they would have easily won this game. And Isaiah Miller was good for them as well, with 8.6 rebounds on 3 of 5 shooting. And then Jamison with 8 points and 8 rebounds. But in that second quarter, the end of the second quarter, Josh Christopher had 13 points. And we're going to talk about him a little later in this one as well. Because the Heat came back in the fourth quarter. And it's all because of Pele Larson. Look, he only played 21 minutes. He couldn't do shit due to foul trouble. But he had like 7 points in the first quarter. But he had 9 points in the fourth quarter and in overtime. Including the game-winning shot over Scottie Pippen Jr. So if it wasn't for him, the Miami Heat wouldn't be your Summer League champs, y'all. Just saying. Kel'el Ware, easily the most consistent player on the Heat Summer League team. He had a double-double once again. 21 points, 10 rebounds, 8 of 10 shooting, 5 of 6 at the free throw line. Every time he's in the game, they keep feeding him the ball. And he just scores. Awesome. Some of his shots were mostly putbacks as well, so props to him. Alondis Williams, I don't know if he's going to stay with the team, but guess what? If this will be the final time we're going to see him in the Miami Heat jersey, well, guess what? He went out with a bang. 21 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, 8 of 16 shooting, 4 of 9 from downtown. He was the guy that kept the Heat afloat for most of this game that will eventually give the Heat a chance to win it. And then, shout out to Cole Swider, by the way. He didn't shoot well the last game, but in this game, 5 of 8 from 3, including the 1 3 that put the Heat up 113 to 110. He only has one job, and he did it well tonight. Would it be enough for him to stay with the team? I don't think so. But like with Alondis Williams, if this will be the final time we'll see him in a Heat uniform, he went out with a bang. Caleb Daniels was also solid as well, with 6 assists. He was dropping dimes like out of nowhere. And Poulin had a solid game, 8 points, 2 assists. But shout out to the Summer League Finals MVP, Josh Christopher. 24 points, 4 rebounds, 9 of 17 shooting, 6 of 10 from 3, including the 1 3 that put the Heat up 118 to 115. That 3, he shot that from the strip, from the Vegas strip. It was so far, man. He killed it. If the Miami Heat do not sign Josh Christopher to a 2-way contract, they fucked up. That's how good Josh Christopher was. Not just for this game, but for the entirety of summer. That's how good Josh Christopher was. But man, Neil Sacco, get your free throws right, man, because his free throws were flat. Look, the refs were basically helping the Grizzlies all game, but Heat culture prevailed. And guess what? There's like 7, 8 guys on this team that deserves a contract in the NBA. And only 5 of them will get it. Only 5. Because we're probably going to cut Drew Smith. Like, they'll be dumb not to. And as solid as Zion Poulin was in this game, he didn't do enough to keep his 2-way contract. So you got 2 spots open. Keyshawn Johnson is safe. That dude, he's just a wild card out there. He's safe. So those 2 contracts, we're either going to give it to Josh Christopher, to Isaiah Stevens, to Alondis Williams, and that's it. Swider is just too one-dimensional for me to keep. But some team's going to pick him up. Probably even Denver. They need shooting. They don't have a shooter right now. Denver needs shooting. He may be one-dimensional, Denver, but he can shoot. As for Caleb Daniels, though, I heard the New York Knicks are forming the Villanova Knicks. He fits there perfectly. And I figured the Orlando Magic need a point guard. They might take a look at Zion Poulin. Anyways, though, that's it for me. Thanks for watching. And yes, we are the champs. Woo!